We have to mobilize our NGOs again. We have to free their minds, free our minds. We have to be able to give them new ideas and to work with them, okay? And this is something that's very explosive, I think. No, not this one, not yet. Reclaiming our space. Okay, reclaiming our space. I think you know what I mean. Next one. Stop. Press again. Press. Lawyers also know how to use this kind of PowerPoint. So media and politicians, you know, we must disconnect them. Okay, press. Yes. And so this is what we have to do. When Obama's campaigners came down, I had the privilege to sit with them for a long time and ask them exactly how it was done during Obama's campaign. Of course, Obama was a politician, he was quite partisan and all. But it's the same, it's going back. And political parties, if you want to win votes, it's going back to the house, the mama to mama, and the phone calls. Okay? It's no longer social activism. I know some people disagree with me, social media. But empowering people needs the personal touch. Hi Michael, how are you? See, I learned that LoyarBurok. See, how are you? So Michael now feels a bit closer to me. Hi, how are you? Like that. No, we touch. No, we have to touch. So we need we don't touch enough because you know on Twitter we have emails and everything. We assume just because we send out an email to 100 people know what's going on. Last time activism was different. We had never had Twitter. We never had SMS. It was phone calls and meetings, and that was when you could get 100, 200 people easily. Next. And I've been speaking to Fahmi Reza. Fahmi Reza also wants to use this place for his own projects. And he said, yeah, let's work together. He wants to build communities up. So we want to try and work together with him. Where we go to one constituency and everywhere we go, say for example the Mamak, we go to Jawatan Pasar Berdina. We go to RRC Kampung, we set up a Jawatan Pasar Berdina. We are taking a next step. Whether it works or not is a different question. But we tell you the message, but we are going to have a working committee. So in one constituency, you may have 100 working committees. And you have the connections, we galvanize, we give them the information, they speak up. So we cannot pretend to know what the local issues are. So I'm talking about this in very broad terms. And I may be wrong after what you tell me next. So this center, in terms of on-the-ground activism, there must be one goal, one cause, one initiative, and one action. One Mongolia, is it? I'm not a politician. We hope you find what you came for. Okay, one goal, one cause, one initiative, one action. Next. Why was this here? Yeah, I think because there was one here. Don't laugh, you know, you go back, the only thing you remember from what I said, because I said a lot, is this bonfire, this campfire, serious. And you will remember that there's one thing that comes out from Pusat Rakyat. Next. So what do we need? We have to have that inspiring message. Next. Next. Long-term change movement, it must be credible. It's not for the next elections. It's not for the elections 5 years. It's not for election 10 years. It's not. This must be a sustainable movement. And this movement must be a credible movement, which needs to have all that kind of things. Okay. Passion, specific goal, compelling story, and army, and friends of the army. So we will continue presenting this everywhere we go. We will continue having public consultation everywhere we go. If you think it's a good idea, please sign up. Your email is just very simple. We will call for meetings very soon. But we need to do this, taking baby steps to do that. What we will next do is, next one. Logistics, in terms of resources, database, and programming, is something that the center will provide a secretariat. Next one. Wait, sorry. So, if you want to start an initiative, start a movement, right? And this is where I'm going to finish. First of all, you must be non-partisan. You must take the middle path. We don't support any political parties. That's where our strength is. Okay? Next. You must be civil society-led. You must be civil society based on human rights principles. Next. It must be collaborative and inclusive. Next. This goes together. And this is something I want to talk about now. we have 100 over NGOs. I explained to you just now that the 100 NGOs doing their own stuff, replication and duplication of resources, is not helping Malaysian society. Urban sec, we have come to a level where we are quite informed, we are quite educated. Now imagine this, okay? We run a movement made up of 100 over NGOs. Every time we have a forum, we target 1,000 people because each and every one of the NGOs must bring their own group. Each and every one of the NGO in that forum makes their own issue an election issue. So if Swarang, them in custody. Women's aid organization, gender discrimination. Sisters in Islam, women living under Islam. LoyarBurok, Constitution. My Consti talks about Constitution, rights. LoyarBurok, they talks about anything else. All the NGOs. Student group talk about students. We do this in one huge civil society event. And we don't do it anymore. You want to do your own group, your own workshop, you go ahead. Okay? I'm not saying don't do. I'm just saying that all of us collaborate together. We give you that space. We give you that platform. Each NGO do their own stuff. Okay? But making it an election issue. But the more interesting thing is this: build action community for the community. We choose one constituency, issue driven. So not about sodomy, not about Najib. We target the youth who are unconverted. We affect voters, affect politicians, important in swing constituencies. So as an experiment, let's not be impatient because we have very limited resources. All of you are volunteers. All of you are giving out your time to do it. We choose one swing constituency where, for example, in 2008, the winner of the constituency or the adun or MP of the constituency won by maybe 3%. So there's a swing. So you hit the constituency on both sides, because now there's both sides, there's a third party of course, but we hit on both sides so that both of them actually feel the pressure. Both of them feel the pressure. You don't go to a place where DAP won by 20,000 votes, or you don't go to a place where UMNO won by 50,000 votes. No point going to that kind of place. But we tried for 1 year, one constituency, we see how it works, we craft, ideate the workshops, to empower the people, and then we train the trainers to go out and do their own things in the different constituencies. Next. Awareness, interaction, participation. Look at that! Wow, very cool, huh? Cool, huh? Triangle, is it? We hope you find what you came for. Next. Wow, look at that. Even lawyers are very boring one, we just write like that. We don't get triangles. But basically, this is not what I did myself. I know you think I'm very smart, but I actually learned this from people, okay? This is how movements start and movements explode. A lot of times we finish here. A lot of times we reach, but we cannot explode. Okay? We want to explode. We start with awareness. We need to have the foundation, messaging and research. That's the most difficult thing. So My Consti has done this. If all of you know the My Consti model, we have done this. We come out with the 9 items, that's the most difficult stuff. We have done it, you can go and pick it up, you know the message, you know the research, everything is credible. We have started to touch people with the My Consti workshops. We have started to go out, dealing with people, working with people, empowering people. So this is touch, okay? This is touch, like that, touch, and workshop touch and feel, okay? So this is, now, My Consti, we wanted to do this, train the trainers and build different communities to go and do it on their own, but I'm so sorry, I need to say, the My Consti workshops are slightly more difficult. If you're not legally trained, it's very hard to actually lead the workshops. But this is something that we had to do. This is something I